Yo, what up? This your boy Rama, and right now it's Monday, Manic Monday, August 14th. It's a full day for me. I got a lot of things on my to-do list, including going to the Mystery Monday movie at Regal later this evening. So let's get right to the topic at hand, shall we? I want to discuss this, and maybe I have to turn off my video first. Okay, yeah. As always, the advertisement on YouTube. Sorry about that. So, The Blind Side. You guys remember that movie, right? Back in 2009, I believe. It's about, in a nutshell, it's about this white family, the Tui, who took in this black kid, big black kid named Michael Orr. And long story short, when you see the movie, you'll see that eventually Michael Orr became an NFL star because the Tui family, as the movie implied, the Tui family has a positive impact on his life and really encourage him to go towards that directions, sports and football and whatnot. That's basically the gist of it. And in the movie, Michael Orr was portrayed as this kid who was lost and came from an abusive background, so he was in need of help and stuff like that. Now, do I know the actual true story of Michael Orr? No, I don't. As you all know, I'm not really that big of a fan of American football, even though I like watching American football movies. I'm more of a soccer guy. But let's get right to what happened today. This is from ESPN, an article. Let me get you guys to see it here, the background, if I could get you guys to see it in the background. I'm telling you, this program sometimes gives me itch. Okay, here it is. Boom. Can you guys see it? Okay. All right. Why is this? Maybe I need to refresh the page. Let me refresh the page here. Sorry about that. So this is from ESPN, and I believe it came online this morning, and it has spread like wildfire. And I just want to know what you guys think of it, because oh man, it's stuck, right? Isn't it? Okay, here you go. Okay, here you go. Let me make it big. Retired NFL star Michael Orr, whose supposed adoption out of grinding poverty by a wealthy white family was immortalized in the 2009 movie The Blind Side, petition a Tennessee court Monday with allegations that a central element of the story was a lie concocted by the family, the Tui family, to enrich itself at his expense. The 14-page petition filed in Shelby County, Tennessee probate court alleges that Sean and Leanne Tui, who took Oher into their homes as a high school student, never adopted him. Instead, less than 3 months after Oher turned 18 in 2004, the petition says the couple tricked him. Tricked him. Now that's a very strong word there. Um, Lied him into signing a document making them his conservators, which gave them legal authority to make business deals in his name. Now, Rama, where have we heard that before? Conservators. Well, conservatorship, and you can look them up yourself, is basically the appointment of a guardian here. It says here, or protector by a judge to manage the personal or financial affairs of another person who is deemed incapable of fully managing their own affairs due to age or physical or mental limitations. You may have heard the word conservatorship or conservators because who made it famous in recent years? Come on now. Britney Spears. Britney Spears. Her dad was her conservator for many, many years because she was deemed incapable of handling her, business, maybe mental health, whatnot. What was the whatever the excuse was, and until recently, the I believe the court kind of lift that up, like they removed the conservatorship from Britney's dad, so Britney's dad doesn't no longer has any hold on her. So that's good, right? That's a good. That's a good thing. So that's where you may have heard it. And so that is where this Michael Orr, NFL star, alleges that what happened was they did not adopt me at all. It's not like in the movie where like, oh, these guys took me in and adopted me and made them, or made me be part of their family, like I was their son or something. No, none of that happened. Now, mind you, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the legalities of this whole petition thing. Is this a lawsuit? I do not know. If you are a lawyer or maybe you go to law school, maybe you would know more about this whole petition thing. But let's read some more. The 14-page petition filed in Shelby County. Oh, we already read this. The petition further alleges that the Tuohys used their power as conservators to strike a deal that paid them and their two birth children millions of dollars in royalties from an Oscar winning film that earned more than $300 million, while Michael Orr got nothing for a story that would not have existed without him. In the years since, the Tuohys have continued calling the 37-year-old Michael Orr their adopted son and have used that assertion to promote their foundation as well as Leanne Tuohy's work as an author and motivational speaker. The lie of Michael's adoption is one upon which co-conservators Leanne Tuohy and Sean Tuohy have enriched themselves at the expense of their ward, the undersigned Michael Orr. The legal filing says Michael Orr discovered this lie to his chagrin and embarrassment in February of 2023 when he learned that the conservatorship to which he consented on the basis that doing so would make him a member of the Tuohy family. In fact, provided him no familial relationship with the Tuohys. So if you're wondering, like, why wait until now to finally bring up this complaint? Like, after all these years, something's fishy there or something's sus there, right? Well, it says here on this paragraph, he only discovered this recently. He was under the impression that the conservatorship that he agreed to back then would lead to him getting adopted as part of the Tuohy's family, but that never happened. That was never part of the conservatorships. So now an argument could be say like, well, maybe he's just after the money, now that he's not an NFL star anymore. To that I say, why not? Look, nowadays everybody's striking, everybody's protesting, rightfully so, understandably so, because why? Because they got screwed over, of their financial prospect, right? These actors, their image, their performances are binge watch, and they keep getting streamed over and over again for billions of views on streaming services, and they don't get pennies off of that. Like, that's not fair. So to this paragraph I say, why not? Because hey, if the allegations is true, then the Tuohy family have made money off of Michael Orr at his expense without him getting any pennies, without him getting any cent. And that's kind of like what's happening right now with all the strikes. Like, in this case, like, the Tuohys will be the corporations, the Michael Orr will be the actors. Like, hey, where's my money? And he would be right to demand that. Like, if that is his objective here, why not? Yes, like, you're profiting off of this guy and you're not giving him his dues. And that's his story. And apparently Michael Orr says here, like, this is my story that you embellished, and you claim it as your story, and then you make money off of the books that you wrote, or you make money off of the royalties from the movie, which got Sandra Bullock, of course, Oscar winning prize. So Dang, dude. But the thing is, again, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know where this petition will lead to. I don't know if this petition is equivalent to a lawsuit. Is this a lawsuit? If you guys know law stuff, let me know. Enlighten me on what this 14-page petition is and what it could lead to. Um, I'm interested in hearing what the blind side filmmakers and actors have to say about this. Especially the guy who plays Michael Oher in the movie. Quinton Aaron, there you go. And Sandra Bullock, you know. But of course, Sandra Bullock right now is grieving, mourning, because as you may have heard, her longtime partner recently died of ALS, I believe. So deepest condolences to Sandra. So I'm sure she would not be wanting to share any thoughts about this news. Um, but yeah, Quinton Aaron, if you're around, let me know what you thought of this, man. Mm. And it leads me to my final and probably biggest point of all. And I want to set up a poll asking you guys this soon enough today. If a true story based movie turns out to be false or inaccurate, not accurate, does that change your perception? Does that change your opinion about said movie? Let me repeat it. If a true story based movie turns out to be false or inaccurate, would that change your perception or your opinion about said movie? And here's the thing. Does this change my opinion about The Blind Side? I remember watching The Blind Side. I only watched that movie once, by the way. I never rewatched it again since 2009. So, but I remember watching it in the theater, and I remember liking it. I was thinking at the time, like, man, this is a good movie. This is very inspirational, good-hearted, man. The Tuohy's family, like, really take, they take Michael in and, really encourage him to go become, like, and in my head's like, if you have the resources, if you have the money, then use it. Use it to help people, you know? Don't use it to, or don't just lock your money away or just lock your resources away. Like, help somebody in, or if you can't help, don't do harm, right? That's what they said. But the Tuohy's, when I watched the films, like, okay, these guys, the family, are well off, and they want to do something good by taking this kid in, and like, that's awesome. That's awesome. And when Sandra Bullock won the Oscar, I was like, yes, because I love Sandra Bullock, and I thought it was a well-deserved win. And it was like, so I never, over the years, I never thought much of it until now. And with this revelation, does it change my opinion about the film? Kind of. I know a lot of people have said that it's a white savior film, and they're not wrong to say that. And now with this allegation or with this revelation, it's the white savior complex part of the movie. It gets even more established. Like, it is a white savior movie. That's all it is. And then the Tuohy's, make money off of it, off of this perception that they save Michael Oher. So yeah, it kind of changes my opinion about it a little, about the film a little bit. I would not go so far as saying that Sandra Bullock does not deserve her Oscar win, or that we need to take back or withdraw her Oscars, statuette from her. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the movie is obviously flawed, and it should be viewed as a flawed movie. Another example, I don't know if you guys remember this. Clint Eastwood has a film, director Clint Eastwood made a film called American Assassin back in 2015. Remember that? Starring Bradley Cooper as one of the world's most renowned assassins, snipers, I should say, Chris Kyle, who already passed away. And the movie, the first time I watched it, I was like, wow, this is a fantastic film. From all the technical aspects and the story is really got you feeling for this guy who just wants to be patriotic. After 9/11, he wanted to join, and he wanted to serve his country, and like all this stuff that gets you feeling patriotic. That's what the movie um, made you feel. Later on, I found out that same year or the year after, when I researched Chris Kyle, I was like, the guy's a douche. Chris Kyle, the real person, Chris Kyle, was a racist. He thought that the Iraqis were subhuman, and he made this, baseless allegation about him being on top of the Superdome during the Katrina hurricane, shooting or sniping at people, like he said, like he killed 30 people. I was like, the guy was a liar, he's a racist, he was a scum. Like, but you did not see that in the movie, because the movie portrayed Chris Kyle as a savior, a hero. And unfortunately, Hollywood often does that. They embellish and they take what's called creative license, creative freedom, for the sake of dramatization, for the sake of entertainment, for the sake of whatever purpose or objective that the filmmakers want to convey or want the audiences to feel. So, unfortunately, that happens. Again, that doesn't minimize or that doesn't downplay the fact that American Assassin was a well-made film from a technical standpoint and everything, and from performance. Bradley Cooper deserved his Oscar nomination. I'm not taking that away from him, but now, knowing those truths, including the truth about Michael Oher here and The Blind Side, I hope we can all kind of be able to disassociate ourselves from overpraising such, certain films. You know what I'm saying? And and that we be able to approach these films with nuances, that they are flawed, that there's some stuff that you can take away that's good about them, that there's stuff that inaccurate, that there's stuff about them that just, straight up lie. And we have to acknowledge that, we have to recognize that, and knowing these truths or revelation, that we kind of grow up from the previous thinking that we had when we first watched those films. Do you see what I'm getting at? So, but yeah, I'm gonna post a poll about this, see what you guys think about it. But let me know also your thoughts in the comment section below, about this whole Blind Side subject. And man, if this allegation is true, just one last thing: if this allegation is true, is proven to be true, then the Tuohy's family, shame on them, man. Shame on them. Wow. I mean, they have no shame at all. They're just like, you know what? Let's make ourselves rich off of this black kid. And yeah, that is as racist as you could get, without blatantly saying all the words. So yeah, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe. Let's rock this.